Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about a possible crossover between Bladus Rebirth and Bladus Odyssey. This one's going to be an interesting one. I have a few red flags that I want to point out on this one. I am overall happy that the development of Bladus Odyssey is back on track. Yeah, let's go over and read through the post that V has said. First of all, I'm very unhappy with you, V. I have to tell... Wait, I'm going to tell this to you directly. V, I'm unhappy with you. You used to talk to me a lot. We used to talk a lot. And then suddenly, you just stopped. You just stopped. Like, I was supposed to, like, having a... Well, I'm probably still having a cooperation with, like... I'm still going to work with Bladus Odyssey devs and people in the future, probably. But he just stopped talking to me. And I think this is the reason maybe now. Maybe he doesn't, like... Maybe he's a little... I'm going to read through the post. And we're going to talk about some possible red flags, some positives, some negatives. Let's see what we can find here in the post that they have released. So, first of all Ramadan Mubarak or something. I know Ramadan, my girlfriend does it. She celebrates it. So, yeah. I don't know what Mubarak means, but I guess it's probably something good. To all of those who celebrate it. Second of all, on the behalf of Bladus Odyssey board and the dev team, I'd like to apologize for the delays. There were a lot of delays. The game was supposed to release 2024 in October, I think. September, October, somewhere along those lines. Then they pushed it to December, didn't drop. January, didn't drop. Now it's March, didn't drop. So that's my first red flag. I'm gonna explain to you why. Now imagine the game will release, and then we will... I mean, there's two ways that game developers has to do. One of them, listen to the community. Simple. Do polls, ask the community, do you want this, do you not like that, what do you want? Very important. Another thing, number two, is constant updates. You have to have updates, like a lot of them, and yeah, that is super important. Very important, especially in the beginning when you release a game. You have to, with a game like this, update every 2 weeks, at least. You can later on, like, do once a month, you know, stuff like that. But if the development was this, like, delayed that much, as it is right now, then we might actually will see that the development process after release might be the same with a lot of bugs, because he's been talking, like, it's quite an emotional post, to be honest. A lot of bugs, so that's a red flag, especially when the game releases. If they say, okay, we're gonna update here, and then they won't, and then they won't. We've seen it. I've talked about it. The game's death of Arcane Conquest. They delayed months, weeks, and died. We have Elemental Dungeons. I mean, I can list you 1,000 names where I talked about games where they have just crashed because of non-frequent updates. Roblox is a fast platform. If you do not update, that's when it will go down. Anyways, I know I said would drop a while ago, and this isn't an excuse. Kinda is. But the dev cycle is always ups and downs. I totally believe that. We went through a trough after I don't know what that means, but I can guess, like, we went after, like, errors and down hits after down hits and so I would say it would mean like that. There's a few words in here that I don't understand, but I think I get the twist of it. After a year of ups, we went through a half a year of downs, and that's crazy. Like, 1.5 years of game development must have been quite crazy on a business side of points, you know. Might actually cost them quite a lot of money, unless the developers work for free. Downs and where we were situated until a couple of months ago. This period was arguably the worst time for the game, with all of the community getting impatient. So until this, I want to say something to UV again. So I noticed this. It happens once while I was there, but in the time of the game development, he kept leaving the game and kept coming back. He was like, oh, I'm done with this. I don't like this anymore. I have things to thingy and my private life and this and that. And he left 3 times. And I talked to one of the members, and I was like, hey, V, why did you leave? I think that was the time also when he stopped talking to me. I don't know, maybe he just felt bad on responding to that because he kept coming back. And I asked some of the board members or some of the members of the Bladus Odyssey, and they were like, yeah, he does that. And I'm like, what do you mean he does that? That's another red flag, by the way. He does that. Like, I'm like, why? Why? Yeah, he just, like, once in a while, after a few months, he gets fed up, and then he leaves, and then he comes back. I don't know who told me this, but it was somebody close to him, to V. So I don't know what that thing was. That was another red flag for me, though. Not just that he doesn't respond to me, but like he leaves the project and then he comes back, and then he leaves the project and then he comes back, and then he leaves the project. That's when I was there when I noticed it, and then he comes back, and they told me, yeah, he's already done that twice. Don't worry about it. He'll come back, and I'm like, okay, that's a little strange. That's weird. So yeah, that was another red flag that I noticed over the past 6 months. But I'm not here to trash the game. I'm really happy that the game is going back up front. I've seen the trailer. It looks nice. So it wasn't a trailer, but like a battle, like a gameplay footage. Looked cool. Anyway, so the devs not knowing what was going on, and the board members getting dealt horrible life cards. I think they were referring to the fire in California. I think some of those guys were affected by it. I noticed. I sometimes checked in on the chat. So yeah, sorry for these guys if they lost anything, or anybody actually losing anything in that fire. Was absolutely ridiculous. There were some tornadoes and stuff going on as well. America has like crazy environments sometimes. Okay, another word that I don't know, but perseverance has always been our thing. I think that's like redemption. We always come back, and we always like, right? Like that? I don't know that word anyways. That's what we've done best. That's what we will do again. Alright, development is back on track. I won't be revealing any dates just yet. Would have been nice if he would have wrote that post with dates, right? If he would have delayed that post a little bit and gave us at least something, you know, the people. But yeah, but the team is cooking up massive things that I'm excited for you guys to see. I'd like to personally thank my amazing developers, my colleagues, the board. This is now like the acceptance speech that they don't deserve yet from the Oscars. They haven't delivered yet, but he's like, I would like to thank my family, the board members. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so he's thanking everybody. Thank you, testers who's been dealing with bugs. They suck. I wouldn't have wrote that in there because that kind of is another red flag if you go like, this game is massively bugged out. I mean, it has to be if it really delays for half a year, but saying that again, I don't know if it is so smart, but you know, whatever. V seems to be like a very emotional type of guy that keeps switching his like, I used to be like that as well, not long ago. So I kind of know where he's at. I think he's very passionate about this project. I'm pretty sure he is. And everybody else involved with it. And once you get passionate about something, you become emotional, and that's when you do mistakes. That's why I noticed. That's why trash talking and fighting and stuff like that, and in chess and stuff like that works. You're passionate about the game, about the fighting, and then you get emotional, and that's when things kind of like go for the worse for you. I noticed that as well with me, with Bladus Rebirth and some of the other projects I worked on. For the past couple of months, and most of you all, blah blah blah. You guys, thank you guys for being so patient. Have faith in the team, and I'll give you the best game you deserve. Not the game a business person wants to bring out. I totally buy that, because I think this was a calamity when it comes to payments. I hope that these guys, I think they can get it back. If they can get their dev team like sorted out and the whole thing, you know, back on track, I think they can make some money. Some good money at that. But a game you guys been waiting for. Yeah, that's good. Still, again, I think these guys are really deep in on this project. I think it caused a lot of headaches for many people. You know, this is not easy what they're trying to do. You know, you can see it with Bladus Rebirth as well. You see how long these updates take and stuff like that sometimes. It's not easy. It's not easy. And then also keeping the player base, you know, passionate players where there's a lot of trash talk going on and stuff like that. It's, yeah, it's not easy. It's a very passionate project. This could be the life work of somebody, I mean, you know. Now, this is the interesting part. I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm gonna go quickly, yeah, taking off my glasses, taking them on, looked like no way. So, I'm not anybody that is going to talk about leaked messages and DMs and stuff like that, but V will definitely know what I'm talking about. Moreover, I want to specifically thank the Bladus Rebirth owner 36 City. Wow, when I saw this, I almost fell out of my chair. These two have a gigantic, and as to my knowledge, a gigantic history of real battle between these guys. I couldn't believe my eyes. Yes, 36 City. I never talked to that guy. Yes, V, I'm talking to you. Whoa, what? That was the biggest bombshell that was now from my standpoint here, from my point of view, this is good news. This is good for personal gains for me too, because if there's like, if they are joining forces, that would be huge, by the way. Bladers Odyssey and Bladers Rebirth, instead of being rivals, being partners, because that is what I initially advertised for ever since, all the time. I was like, okay, yeah, we have to do that. That would be huge. Honestly, that would be huge. So, the Bladers Rebirth, actually, I'm gonna turn off this door for a second. Okay. So, this would be, when it comes to a corporation, wow, that would be huge. I couldn't believe my eyes when I read this. I'm like, wow, because I'm not gonna like get into it deeply, but I mean, it was wildly known on both servers that these two were not getting along. And seeing this, that he thanks the owner of 36 City, the Bladers Rebirth team. I don't know who's Ozake. I've seen the name before, but yeah, for being our sole source of support in the hard times. I cannot believe my eyes. I cannot believe what I read here. I respect each and every one of them heavily. And here's hoping for more peak from both games. If you read through Alat, I don't know what that, another word I don't know. Yep, new sneak very soon. This is huge. I couldn't believe my eyes when I read this. First of all, I always vouched for these two teams, or well, not teams, but these two thingies to join forces. I vouched for that. I wanted that to happen. I've said it in previous videos as well. I said that there shouldn't be a rivalry because this is a passionate project, same as Bladers Rebirth. Obviously, I can imagine that, well, because Bladers Rebirth, for me personally, were the first that made a proper Blade or Beyblade game on Roblox, for sure. They were the pioneers of it. That's what I would say. So if there's a new game coming out, of course, at first you will see it as a rival. I mean, right? No? Maybe. The rivalry these two had was unbelievably, it was huge. It was huge. They were just telling me things and we all didn't know about it. It was weird. Anyways, there was a rivalry going on, for sure. And now they're joining forces. That's how it works, guys. That's how it goes. For me personally, this is good, which means I can safely and easily do content for both games. For me, this is the best news I have heard in a while. Last words to that post. I think, again, they're very passionate about what they do. I think V is quite emotional, because I am as well. So I see myself a lot of in that. You know what, I used to be like that a lot. I calmed down from this phase, and I'm happily that I'm a little bit more relaxed. But if you're really passionate about something, and then basically you have setbacks or losses within that project, you will go absolutely crazy. I mean, this can rob you sleep at night, and this would also explain V for going out and coming back in, going out, because the pressure sometimes can get to anybody. It doesn't matter how strong you seem, it doesn't matter how big you are, it doesn't matter how famous you are. Pressure on the mental psyche can get to anybody, I can tell you that much. I used to have an Elemental Dungeons hype where I did millions of views in a short amount of period of time, and I was doing constant content, and there was so much pressure that I also broke from that, and I needed to take, like, I took a long break, like one or two, like for me that was a long break, 1 or 2 weeks. And yeah, so pressure can get to anybody, and I believe that that was the case. So I'm not like down talking it, I just think it's a little sad that he doesn't reply to me anymore. I was like, hey man, how's the project and stuff, and he was like, nope, nothing. So overall, this is, like he said in the post, it's an up and down. I hope the best for both games. I hope that they both thrive off of each other, you know, that they can like gain players off of each other. And I hope that both of them are gonna make a lot of money, because that money will be put into development and maybe also a little bit of personal gains, but you know, you gotta live. Yeah, that's my take on this. I wish both of them good luck. I hope that this thing is going to, you know, run itself, and I hope that we will soon get a release date. So that's my statement to this. It would be nice if that crossover would happen. would be so cool. But anyways, until then, everybody, that was me. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.